This time on Flipping Bangers, a personal mission.
I've got a bit of a confession to make. I have an itch that I think I'm going to have to scratch.
And a journey across the channel.
It always seems like an adventure when you're getting on a ferry.
A series of misunderstandings.
What I know about these cars, they are utterly horrible to fix. And a battle to the end.
Ooh.
I'm Gus Gregory.
And I'm Will Trickett.
Together, we're risking everything to follow a dream.
It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time.
We've packed in our day jobs.
And invested our own hard-earned cash.
As we try to make a living in the cutthroat world of second-hand cars.
It's all in the chase. You've got to buy well, you've got to sell well.
Why would anybody buy this car?
We've got a goal.
We want to double our money. If we put 500 quid in, we need to see £1,000 back. We're targeting the very bottom of the market.
We buy cars that nobody else wants.
Can we keep our business afloat, Flipping Bangers?
It needs so much work doing to it.
1 year ago, we turned our backs on our regular jobs, rented this garage and attempted to carve out a new living by buying and selling cheap cars, and made enough money flipping bangers just to return.
People dream of giving everything up, but we're doing it for real. And it's scary.
We've emptied our pockets again, and this time we have enough to spend £500 to £1,000 on each car. If we want to cover our costs and pay ourselves wages, it's essential we double our return on every pound we put in. And we can only afford 5 workshop days per car. We've swapped a salary and a wage, possibly for nothing. The workshop is bare, and to put food on our table, we must fill it with something cheap, cheerful, and not too rusty.
I've got a bit of a confession to make. I have an itch that I think I'm going to have to scratch.
I've got loads of itches. I was thinking about seeing the doctor about mine, to be honest.
Mine's more automotive orientated. I have a car that I would very much like to do.
That sounds worrying. It's not a Rolls Royce, is it? Because I know we can't afford one of those, can we?
No. No Luxo barges, no Rollses, no Bentleys.
I do know you better than that, which is what's really, really worrying me, because today you are sporting a fine beret.
I think a homage to that most gracious of car manufacturers should be the next thing we get in.
Please, just put me out of my misery and just tell me what is it?
Have you heard of the Citroen XM?
No. No.
And the good news is, we don't have to hunt for a car, because I already know of one.
Bonjour, Monsieur Deux. Oui, ça va? Oui, oui. Cherchez pour la XM.
There's a tiny snag. It's in France, meaning a journey across the channel.
It's exciting, isn't it? It always seems like an adventure when you're getting on a ferry, doesn't it?
It does. I am chuffed to bits.
And chuffed we should be, because there is such a thing as a cheap return ticket, and that's exactly what makes the whole enterprise so much fun. The weather is chilly and Will's mood is borderline, but I know when he sees the XM, this will change.
What's up, Will? Has the cat got your tongue? Are you actually not talking to me?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. But the thing is, we're going all the way to France. Surely they've got Citroen XMs in the UK. You know, we could be going somewhere else. Could be in Coventry or Wales or Bath or somewhere like that.
OK, here's the hard sell about this car. It's a very, very good car, potentially the best XM that there is in existence at the moment.
OK, well, I hope it's worth the effort. This is a hell of an expense going to France and a lot of petrol.
The crossing's bumpy, but I feel positive as we see the French coast approaching. My dreams of picking up one of the most underrated luxury cars in the world takes a step closer.
Yeah, look, the moment we're in France, the sun comes out. But it doesn't feel sunny for long. Oh, we're red hot. Right, we've got a problem. It's absolutely cooking hot.
OK, where are we going to get off?
Whereas,
Can we go off on the hard shoulder over there, do you think?
I think we're going to have to pull up there on that.
How
bit.
hot is it?
It's like touching the top. There's steam coming out from under the bonnet.
Oh, yeah, lots of steam.
Oh, God.
Once again, it's Will's fault.
Where is it coming out of? Can you see?
Top home.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
top.
what it is.
That's right, we can shorten it
Yeah.
and screw it back on. We can fix that. How long have we been in France?
10 minutes.
Will clearly doesn't think regular maintenance of his car is important to our business. But at least the issue is a simple one that requires the use of a saw and our emergency drinking water supply to solve it.
Right, it should hold, shouldn't it?
Yeah, of course it will. It'll be fine.
We're soon back on and ready for the big moment.
So try and bridle your enthusiasm. I don't think there's many British registered XMs sitting on a hillside in Brittany. This might be it. And look, it looks great, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, I think you're right, this is the one, but no, it doesn't. It looks like any old BX or XM. It's down on its suspension. That spells trouble.
I know, but you're picking up on the little tiny bits. You've got to take the whole package in.
Well, I don't know. It's a bit crossy down here. The lights are a bit funny.
Hello.
Ah, René, comment allez-vous?
Comment ça va? Welcome. Welcome.
Je m'appelle Gus.
Je m'appelle René.
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 Bonjour, Rennie. Je m'appelle Will.
Bonjour, monsieur. Bienvenue.
Bonjour.
Le
Bienvenue.
Citroen est très, très bien.
Oh,
Très
merci.
bien. René, l'histoire de l'auto?
Lotto, I buy this last year with my friend, John Drew. John with me, same club.
Oh, like a
All
Ci- a
club.
Citroen-
Citroen. I have another inside here.
Another Citroen?
I show you.
Will's
Oui.
a massive Citroen fan, so we should look,
Oh, yes.
shouldn't we?
Okay.
That would be lovely.
Let's open the door.
In France, you don't jump into a deal. Your host will dictate the proceedings. We've got to go gently.
I show you.
Oh,
This-
René!
This is my...
An SM,
Yeah.
the finest combination of
Yeah.
Maserati and Citroen.
Absolutely gorgeous. I must say, chaps, now you have my attention.
So Will likes the SM. Will he get the XM?
I don't really get it, to be honest. I'm not that enamoured with this car.
Maybe if we drive it, huh? Maybe.
Yeah.
René, s'il vous plaît, assez le XM?
Yes, but my battery is flat.
Ah, okay. Well,
I'll bring for you a pack.
While Rene disappears, I go on the charm offensive.
I mean, how can you say that that's not special?
To be honest, at first glance, that is a pretty good-looking interior. And I do like these seats. They look relatively space age, I suppose. And have you seen this really scabby paint up here?
I know, but look how isolated it is. What?
It's got no spare wheel.
Ah, which means it's got no jack and no tools in
It
it.
all lives in the wheel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We just need to get the car on the road, then I know Will will come round.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
OK, fingers are clear. The suspension on these cars
nice.
can be troublesome, and it should rise quickly and smoothly. At first, it does neither. It's not going up on the suspension.
Oh, I think it is. Yes, it is going up.
It is going up. OK. OK.
Let's go. Okay. Bye.
And we're off. Come on, XM, sell yourself.
The old suspension seems to be running a little bit too low, and from what I know about these cars, they are utterly horrible to fix.
Yeah, it does seem to be grumbling a bit. But I think that's just because it's been sitting around. I think we have to give it the benefit of the doubt. I know that you're looking for the negatives because
Yeah.
that's how you feel about the car.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to look at the positive. You've got to see what we've got here.
How much do you have to pay for the car? Because I don't know the price yet.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, we never talked about price.
Seriously. We've come all the way over here to look at a car which I'm not that keen on, and we don't know the price. That is a comedy catalogue of exactly how not to buy a car. What on earth are we doing?
No, it's a gentleman's agreement. We talk to him on the phone, we come over, we talk to him, we look at his collection of cars, we look at the car, we go for a drive in the car, we make up our mind that we want to pay for the car, we put in an offer for the car.
Right, okay, well I say 500 quid, that's your lot. If you can get it for 500 quid, you can have it.
500 for this is unrealistic, but grouchy Killjoy Will has made his mind up.
Alors,
Hello,
you're
Ronnie.
happy?
It's great. Personally, I love it.
Oh, thank you, okay.
I'd like to open the deal with you about 400 quid, which is about 450 euros, I reckon.
Not enough, please, not enough. Please, I need 7.
7.
Yes.
7 would be an insane bargain. We've got to go lower.
Personally, I would say that maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600.
600?
600?
Okay,
Really? 600?
okay.
Oh, okay. Excellent. That's
That's
fantastic.
more than I said, Gus.
It's more than you said.
600 euros. Ready?
600 euro.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, this has
right.
been an interesting deal, mate. Right, let's get out of here before he changes his mind, Gus.
We've done it. We've got a superb XM for Will's ridiculous target budget.
I would say 600 euros is about 500, maybe 550 pounds. That's a good deal for that car.
Yeah, it does seem like a pretty good price, but I still don't know or understand the market. I reckon it's... Oh, you have got your phone out.
Yes.
Have a look at
I'm
it.
going to.
See what a really, really good one is worth.
There we go. Look, that is clearly worse than ours, and that is 2 grand.
Right, oh, okay then. That would be okay if there were nothing wrong with ours.
We'll get that in, we'll fix it up, we'll sell it quick. That is not going to be a money pit. That car is a good car.
The words are out. We've promised ourselves that the XM won't break us. But is there any chance it'll come true? On the way back, we decide to take a detour. The British guys who supplied the XM to the seller, René, aren't far away, and we call in to see whether they can supply the missing spare wheel.
Hello.
What are you doing here? Always a backing turn.
Hello, David. Hello, John. Good day
That's
to you.
amazing. What a surprise.
Yeah.
Well, we bought René's car.
Oh, that's our XM, our old XM.
Yeah, we thought we'd come and have a chat, because you used to own it, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I owned it for a long, long time. One owner car.
We were wondering if you had any light to shine on its history, or if you've got any bits for it.
We had loads and loads of XM stuff, and I think there's still quite a bit laying around. And,
Is there here?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yes.
We split up. John takes Will to hunt for anything XM related in the brothers' vast collection of spares.
Lead on, John.
Follow me, Will, and see what we can find. But the trouble is, as you
Well, I
can
think
see-
I've already found what I like. Can I have that?
Well, the Ford T.
That's gorgeous. Wow.
We got some bits and pieces here.
Yeah.
Well, we got these. These are spheres.
Oh,
XM.
spheres are part of the hydro-pneumatic suspension and are hard to find. And what are these, fronts or rears?
They're fronts. I know there's some mats round here. Well,
Oh, really? Oh, that'd be handy.
yeah, they're either BX or XM, but I think the size of them, they must be XM.
Yeah. Oh, great.
I'm sure they're
And
XM.
that, to me, looks like a full set as well. Yeah.
Oh, and they're
fronts-
genuine Citroen.
fronts-
Yeah.
Citroen. Oh, that's really good news. John digs out an original owner's manual.
XM, there you go.
Excellent.
So that's a set
So that's
of
a
books.
manual, and owner's manual and
Everything,
bits
yeah.
and pieces. Look at that. Cool. Well, let's go and get this lot outside and create a nice, neat little pile of this all.
In the brothers' massive cavern of cars, we locate a spare wheel that appears to be for a Citroen. But how much will our newfound booty cost?
Well, I was thinking really 120.
Yeah, I know you were.
Yeah.
So what about 100 quid?
We need to be able to afford the fuel to get back to our ferry, which we're late for.
I'm getting cold, so I think so we shake hands on 100.
Yes.
Deal?
Yes.
Yeah, go on then.
Excellent.
This is a deal.
Go on then. 100
Well done,
quid.
guys.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Yeah,
Last
Will.
one. Cheers, David. Cheers, John. After a long drive from the coast, we're back at base. Once the car lands here, we've got to dispassionately decide how to double our investment in just 5 short days.
I can't help it. The more I look at it, the more I love it. This whole glass area at the top, it looks as if the roof's floating on nothing. With this car, we're not going to paint it orange, or we're not going to powder coat the wheels, are we? We just find out what's wrong with it, fix it, it's out the door.
That's great.
What I'd really like is for, at some point in the future, I'd like you to say thank you for that car.
Yeah, I think I'd like to be able to do the same, possibly in about 5 days' time when we sell it.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So we do our thing. I take some pics for an internet auction ad. This will help us sell the XM as soon as it's finished. And then she's into the workshop. For what? We don't know. Once we get a good look underneath, we'll have a clearer idea. Before we get to that, there's a quick job to do. List the car.
I'm just looking online to check valuations of these cars. And yes, there's an inferior XM on here for £2,495, which doesn't have a climate control panel. Ours does, so that's got to add an extra £350. The one online doesn't have a rev counter, which ours has, so that's got to be an extra £150. This feels like a very, very valuable car to us, relatively. But I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to say one owner, pristine XM, I don't know, £2,995. And again, not being greedy, reserve price, £1,995. £1 to get things rolling. This is going to be good. This bit always fills me with dread. Apart from the accumulation of bread and cheese, we did drag halfway across the continent to get this car, didn't we?
Yes, we did, and it looks like we dragged back half of this continent as well. Look, it's full of cobwebs and leaves and bits of bramble. There's everything down here.
But you can see that it's sat because of the surface rust. But look, there's still stickers on the exhaust pipe. I mean, it's all in relatively good, albeit slightly rusty. But there's no proper rust, is there? It's just surface rust.
But look at this, these humongous gouges and scars, where there's obviously a problem with the suspension and it's been trashed on every single curb it's driven over.
You could see it like that. But that's definitely more impatience of the driver not waiting for the car to go up than it is the suspension, although we know there's a problem with the suspension.
We do know there's a
bulbs,
problem with it. Look, it's almost completely worn through here.
That's scuffed.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty aggressive, doesn't it?
The other thing about it sitting for so long means that we're going to have to put a new cam belt on it, aren't we?
Yes,
probably
definitely.
A water pump.
Water pump if it comes with it, yeah. Do you know what? I wish I hadn't touched this wheel. It feels like it's a bit lumpy, like the wheel bearing's gone. And there's a hell of an oil leak coming from up here.
Well, there is a return pipe there, isn't there, for the hydraulic fluid, so hopefully that's what that is.
The rest of the car doesn't actually look too bad.
No, it's good. I think that's heartening. Come on.
Yeah, me too.
It's all hands on deck to get it all done. We're going to pull the wheels off and the various inspection covers to tackle the cam belt, which is a no-brainer for a car that's been sitting for a while. On this car, I've got to carefully select which bits to remove to gain access to the belt, which is hidden deep in the engine. I make the mistake of looking at the recommended time for this job, and it's a whopping 7 to 8 hours. After a lifetime of fiddling, I managed to extract the belt for the hydraulic pump. Then move the alternator to pull out the auxiliary belt so I can move the pulley beneath that holds the cam belt. At least I think so.
This is the belt that drives the suspension pump, which is in a pretty bad state. See these cracks here? That's because it's been on there for far too long. It's old age has done that. Bad adjustment has also caused problems where it's worn thin in certain places as well. Basically, this belt has had it and wants throwing away and replacing with a nice, shiny new one.
I ordered new ones.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, good, brilliant.
Well, I can pick them up on the way in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Should we call it a day?
Well, I think we ought to. I can't do anything more today, so yeah, cool. So, we close on day one with a list of positives and negatives. The positives are that the XM could be really good. Negatives are it's going to take a lot of work. So, we went all the way to France and paid around 540 quid for a Citroen XM, which one day could sell for over 4 times that. We've got some hefty workshop battles ahead, not least swapping over the cam belt, which lurks deep inside the engine. What we're trying to do is rotate this crankshaft pulley to the position where you can put the pin through it to lock the pulley against the engine block. So when we remove the pulley later, it's all locked in place and everything's where it should be. But it's a bit fiddly and very, very, very difficult to see, and we don't have the right tool. We've got an Allen key.
No, that's not it, I don't think.
Right, which way do you want to go?
Well, I think carry on anti-clockwise.
Same direction. Yeah. Improvisation is our speciality. Difficult to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's looking pretty good.
Gotta be it, hasn't it?
That should be all right.
Yeah. And this one.
That's...
Oh, I found this to fit it exactly.
Oh, cool. Brilliant.
If you've got something in that hole that's not a proper fit, you've got enough slop either way to be a tooth out on the cam belt, which would kill the engine.
Yeah.
And that's the end, isn't it?
It's quite a big risk.
Yeah, it is a big risk. These come in such small increments, don't they? You'll find something to fit, won't you?
Yeah. Yeah, well, yes. And you have, which is blooming great as well.
Yeah.
So if I were to crack off that bottom nut now,
Okay.
then you can keep an eye on that lot. I think we'll have to add a caveat. Don't do this at home, because doing it wrong means the cam might be out of time, landing you in big problems. But we are under pressure of budget and time, so we'll crack on with this dangerous plan. And it seems to work. We gain sight of the water pump and carefully drain it. Now we've got access to the cam pulley, I slacken it off. Righty-ho, that's free to go. Ready?
And the cam belt is in hand.
Brilliant.
Right.
You can do the water pump.
Yeah. Where is it?
Over here.
Lovely, I'll start undoing it. The water pump is another item you should consider changing on a car that has been standing for a while. Right, that's all right. That's in good nick, which is really, really good. But it is good practice to change the water pump if it's driven by the cam belt every time you change the cam belt, because if the water pump bearings go, it will take out the cam belt, which will trash your engine, and we don't want that to happen. So it costs a couple of quid, but it is worth it in the long run, isn't it? When you swap the pump over, both surfaces must be clean and new gaskets will probably come with the kit. A main dealer will ask at least 500 quid for this job, so it feels good to achieve it for only the price of the water pump and a cam belt, which is 40 quid. Ah!
Got it?
Yes, that's it, that's on.
Perfect. Relax, everyone.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
But thanks to our careful placing of a drill bit, the cam pulley is lined up. We top up the coolant, and once the battery is connected, the whole thing should work. A nasty grinding sound and a pop means the opposite.
Yeah, that sounds lovely, doesn't it? I knew this car would be good for us.
Well, yeah, it does sound good, but it doesn't really feel like we've made any money yet.
Stopped it squeaking, no?
Well,
So the estimate of several hours on the cam belt was, in fact, bang on. We end our second day a little weary, but at least one job has been ticked off our list. We've got 5 days left to turn a £500 Citroen XM into a £2,000, and that's precious little time left for a long list of headaches. Will has gone a-hunting, and I've come in early to get ahead because, frankly, I have a weakness for this car.
So I've taken the wheel off to do the wheel bearing, which has offered me the first opportunity to have a look inside the wheel arch here. And I can see instantly that this rubber on this track rod end is split here, which is an MOT failure, so I'm going to have to change that. But that's fine, because I'm taking the hub off. It was going to have to come out anyway. But the real elephant in the room is the huge amount of hydraulic fluid that is dripping off of every single point from the front of the car almost halfway down the car. And I know that there's a return pipe split up there because I've seen it. I'm just hoping that that's all that's wrong with it.
The return pipe takes the hydraulic fluid from the right front damper to the tank. It might be the reason for the suspension's hard riding. We just don't know yet. I break the taper on the ball joint. Undo the suspension arms. Take the weight with a jack. And once the lower suspension arm is prized away, I can remove the hub. And inside the hub is the grumbling wheel bearing.
This bit's really scary. This is potentially 15 metric tons of force. And I've got to be very precise. It's got to be level, and I've got to push the hub out parallel. Because if you don't, you can shatter the hub, you can shatter the upright casting, you can do all sorts of damage.
So very, very carefully, I increase the force.
Oh, fuck. That's why you have to be so careful. I mean, although actually it has moved it fractionally, but I had it resting on this lip here to keep it parallel. So when I pushed down on it, it came out. So I'll just line it back up.
I've been battling with the hub, so learning from my mistakes, I take the pressure again, and the bearing pops out without a whimper. And now I have to get the back section of the bearing out. Another success.
So all the time, taking this hub apart, pulling it apart, all the litres of hydraulic fluid, and I'm absolutely covered in hydraulic fluid. Absolutely covered. I've never known anything like it. Just to get at this bearing here, this grumbling wheel bearing. But this is proper heavy industry stuff, because this, the new bearing, is what you'll rely on going down the motorway at 70 miles an hour to turn your wheel. So now I've got to press this into the upright here, and then press the hub into the bearing. But there's still things that can go wrong, because if you don't put a support behind this bearing, when you're pushing this in, you can blow the back out of the bearing, and then I'll need to get a new bearing. So there's still things that I find incredibly worrying about this, but it concentrates the mind, and that's a good thing. You think through every step, because once you've got it clear in your mind, then you can work your way through it.
Our next job is looking at the dodgy hydro-pneumatic suspension. The usual reason for issues in this area is loss of pressure in the quirky Citroen spheres. We got two in France, and I've brought them to a specialist for a check-over. My man Martin knows these backwards and can quickly tell me if my spheres are perfect.
OK, if you want to pop through this way, we'll have a quick look.
Lovely. Well, I mean, I'm curious, how exactly do these spheres work then?
Well, I've got one on the side of the bench here that I keep to show people.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a sphere that's been cut in half. The way it works is, in normal times, you'd have a damper in the neck of the sphere.
Cool, OK.
You've got your high-pressure nitrogen in the top,
Yes.
which in a front suspension sphere like this is 800 psi. The fluid comes up from the bottom, pushes the diaphragm up to squash the gas, and your suspension is that damper bouncing backwards and forwards against the gas.
Oh, I see. So it really is quite simple then.
Yeah, well, it's simple hydraulics, really. You can compress a gas, but you can't compress a liquid.
Yeah, OK.
And there we go. If we screw that one on there, put the handle on the test rig. Now, this being an XM front, we should get it up to 55 bar. When that needle stops moving, that means that the pressure coming up from the bottom is equal to the pressure of the gas in the top.
OK.
If it's OK, it'll be 55 bar. And there we go, that's bang on 55
Which
bar.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with that sphere. There's no point in going any further with that. That's fine to be used on the car.
Oh, that's really good news. Great. Well, we better check the other one as well,
Yeah,
then,
we'll
haven't
make sure
we?
the other one's the same. And there we go, give that a quick press up. Up we go, and exactly the same pressure. So there we go, you've got two XM front suspension spheres that are absolutely perfect to use.
Well, that's great. That's saved us a lot of trouble, hasn't it? These spheres were part of our 100 quid bundle, and knowing they work perfectly is ace news. But predictably, Martin has some bad news for me. We're good to go.
Yeah,
Excellent.
well, what about the other five?
What do you mean the other five?
The other five spheres, you've got 7 spheres on your car.
Oh,
3 fronts, 3 rears, and a main accumulator.
we're going to have those tested. Can we send those to you?
Yeah, we do them by post all the time.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Oh, dear. The only unsettling thing is we've got 2 spheres and we might need several more. That's 2 steps forwards and 5 steps back by my maths.
Back at the workshop, I'm carefully refitting the new bearing, which needs to be carefully driven back into the hub with uniform pressure. It's retained with a circlip and then added to the rest of the assembly. It goes together with less drama than when it came out. I assemble the hub, brakes and suspension. Tighten everything up. Put the discs back on and we're nearly there.
Right, so that's it, finished. I'm not going to put the wheel back on because we've still got this broken hose to sort out on the suspension tomorrow. But I was just looking at this and it strikes me that after a whole day, it looks as if I've done nothing in here. It looks exactly the same. Is that slightly depressing?
So that's day 3. 2 meaty jobs down, but the big daddy awaits.
It's day 4 on our Citroen XM. The clock is ticking because at the end of day 5, we close the doors on the work we can do. Our challenge of today, which is going to really test us, is to work out what the issues are with the suspension and whether we can fix it with the limited spares we have.
Well, it's fair to say that was a bit embarrassing because there's actually 7 of these things on that car.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, I didn't. These 2 front ones, all sorted, they check out on the pressure perfectly.
Brilliant.
They can go straight on, and he can do a real quick turnaround on the rear ones for us.
Fantastic.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Should we get them on?
Yeah, we ought to.
The XM rides hard, rises jerkily, and there's an oil leak. It needs a proper look. So I put the wheels back on, open the door, then run the car up to raise the suspension. That'll help with access to the spheres. Of the 7, it's the 2 fronts and the backs that we need to check. We tackle the backs first as they wear slower. But can we get them off?
So that makes perfect sense. They're rock hard now. Now the suspension's up.
Let's give them a go with this bad boy. See what we can do. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's come.
That's that. It is. So, suspension down.
Yeah. Is it the valve we do, or just do everything?
I think if we let the suspension down first, there'll be less to come out the valve, won't there?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
At least then we can't get it wrong, can we?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Slightly in the dark, we do a manual adjustment of the ride to lower it, and then depressurise the system with the release valve, and then the spheres can be freed. We remove the rear ones, which we will courier to Martin and have them checked and repressurised if needed.
Then we move to the front, which is the most common pair to swap. So they're off, but where does it leave us?
It's funny, other than the fact that the suspension's not working, there's no way that you'd tell that they weren't perfect.
No, not at all. I mean, visually, they look just the job, don't they? The funny thing is most UK mechanics have been really, really frightened of these things, which is amazing because this little unit here is so simple and it does so much. I mean, that's the entire spring and the shock absorber all in that tiny, weeny little unit.
Yeah, it's clever.
And it's not really taken us a great deal of time to take them off and change them.
No. I mean, if it's the spheres that have gone with your car, it doesn't take any time at all, does it? It's not that kills the cars. It's the high-pressure pipework, isn't it? Which is, I mean, there's meters and meters and meters of it buried under there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
And it rots.
Yeah, and you don't really want to be touching that. It can be the death of a good car.
So we replace the front spheres, gambling that these are the defective units.
So then we replace the return pipe, which we know is leaking, and Gus has a replacement. This is clipped to the front suspension arm. I remove it, clean the oil, and try to plumb the new pipe in. All done blind. Get onto the steel one, nicely like that.
Our rear spheres are back and checked, showing full pressure.
Not reconditioned.
No, but they're checked, aren't they? And they're functioning, so that's good.
That's right, correct. Pressure is everything, isn't it? So back they go. And the only real way of knowing whether we're leak-free and sphere sound is to see if the car rises smoothly once the engine is running.
Oh yeah. Is it going up?
Yeah, it's going up, yeah.
Hey! That's brilliant, isn't it? And the front?
Yes,
Fixed.
you've done well.
Excellent.
That is a proper celebration.
One thing we do now is to top up the hydraulic fluid, and this will also bleed the system with air bubbles rising to the surface. I think that's an amazing achievement. We've fixed the ride, which is so often feared by non-Citroen drivers. If that doesn't deserve an Indian takeaway and 2 bottles of ale, then what does? It's day 5 of our Citroen XM project, or D-Day as we like to call it, as everything has to be right. The whole car owes us only £700 or so, and all the mechanical demons have been banished. After declaring his dislike for it, Will loves the car, and he's bound to love it even more once this curious area of distressed paint is sorted out.
These are a very strange anomaly on this car. The rest of the car is in really, exterior-wise, is in fabulous condition. But there's 2 patches on this car. This one here, and the same on the other side, where the paint has come off. Body repairs don't get much simpler. I've got the paint code, so all I'm going to do is mask it up and paint it.
I rub down the top coat with a gentle sandpaper before I prime. And after a micro mask up, I'm ready for some action. Here comes the top coat. Will doesn't get away with an early bath. A thorough check of the electrics has thrown up an unusual issue.
Now, I'm not normally known for being that fussy about the interior of my car, but this one's not my car. This one's a car we're going to sell, so it's got to be perfect, and it's a pretty luxurious car. The seat isn't working, which is slightly annoying. You can hear the motor turning when you press the button, but nothing more. So I'm going to whip the seat out and see what I can do. The internet isn't full of XM seat motors or seats. There can't be many of these cars left. So I hope I can fix this, or our perfect XM promise in the ad won't be fulfilled. I love this part of the job. It's working out what's wrong with it and how to fix it. Now, it's really simple in this case. It's the plastic components that are broken. So I can glue this one back together, and that joins this part of the shaft to this part of the gearbox, which moves the seats. But at this end, I don't have the other bits to glue together. So I'm going to manufacture a little bracket to join them together. So, there is a plastic tube repair and a missing metal sleeve. Plastic one first. I clean up the surfaces with a degreaser and see if I can fuse them together. I've glued these 2 bits back together, which is great, but gluing is never going to give it its original strength back. In fact, it's going to be a long way short. So I need to bolster up the strength of this component now. And there is a relatively clever way of doing it. I can bind it in this thread, which is acrylic thread, round and round and round like that. And it's a bit like repairing a broken fishing rod, because if you think this thread is pretty strong, if it's wrapped around 60 or 70 times, then it's 60 or 70 times stronger. So once all that's done and covered in super glue, that will effect a really, really, really strong repair, and that should make this component usable again. Well, that's the theory. I bind and glue the plastic components and fashion a little L section for the next part of the plan. I weld the 4 corners of steel together, and that makes a perfect metal sleeve to hold the seat shaft in place. This is it, this is the final bit. We can pop it all back together now. The spring goes back in the glued sleeve, and the motor-driven adjuster slides inside too, and my bracket goes on the other end. And I give it a dab of weld to stop it falling off. And now the seat goes back in. Right, so here's the moment when I see if that collection of broken bits that I picked up off the floor, glued back together, and a little bit of fabrication has actually worked. Ready? And we can call that a resounding success.
And success is also in my grasp as I lacquer and reveal the fruits of my rattle can endeavours.
Is it working?
Yep, forwards and backwards.
Sweet.
This is looking great.
Looks all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's a Citroen XM nearly done. We put the spare wheel in and replace any last-minute trims. And that's it. It's all rather impressive. We've done the cam belt, water pump and wheel bearing, replaced and retested the suspension spheres, and the rest of the costs are consumables and sweat equity. She's done, and she only owes us £780.
All of that work, and this car still looks exactly the same. How do you really feel after your XM pilgrimage then?
Well, it was a quasi-religious experience for me, and there's an aura about these cars. People are afraid of them. They think it's a system that's overcomplicated. But when you work on one and you take it apart, you realise that it's very sound engineering.
I wholeheartedly agree, and having worked on this car and learnt so much more about it, it's really changed my perception. This car has got so much more to give.
Yeah,
Should we take it for a spin?
we should.
The weather is awful, the roads are rush hour chocker, and we're tired. It's time to make the XM regret the moment it came back to the UK.
When we first got stuck into this project, this was your thing, it was your dream, it was your goal. It was something I wasn't really that much into. It wasn't like I didn't like the car, especially. But I was kind of more along for the joyride. But I have picked up an affection for this car.
But the real test of it is the suspension, isn't it? Because you can't sell a luxury car. When driving it, it's like driving a speedboat through a force 10 gale.
You're hinting that we've actually, after all of this, managed to fix it.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
We've got some bad news. The auction closed without meeting reserve. But amazingly, we do have a nibble.
But who are we selling it to anyway?
We've got a guy that's interested. He's been looking for an XM for years, but he's only got 2,250 quid to spend.
Okay. I think we should bite his hand off.
I think you're right, but we can't go biting his hand off until he's said yes. Which is why we're going to take the car straight to him right now before it gets too dark.
Okay.
The potential buyer, Matt, is a serious car fanatic who likes design classics. His offer, 2,250, is not negotiable. It's less than our reserve, but more than we dared hope for. Ah! Hi, Matt.
Hi,
I'm
nice to
Will.
meet you.
Good day.
Hello, Matt. I'm Gus.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Welcome to the finest XM in captivity. What do you think?
Well, it certainly looks as nice as you described it to me.
Well, that's good. That's important to us, isn't
It is. Well, I can say we've just driven it over here. We've had a perfect drive. Everything is behaving exactly as it should do.
Fabulous. The cam belts, well, has that been changed?
It has been changed. We changed all the auxiliary belts as well, so that's all good.
Fantastic. And what about the spheres?
Yes, we changed the front spheres, didn't we? They were rock solid when we got it, but it's it wafts now. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. It's got that real sort of luxury Citroen glide to it.
Fantastic.
But I'm very aware that it's getting dark, and it would be very nice to be able to do a deal, but we're quite happy to take it away, aren't we, if you don't want it. But if you do want it, we could just leave it and get the bus.
Well, I do like it, and I've always wanted one. So, yep, I think we can do a deal.
And you're still happy with the 2,250 as we discussed?
I am.
Well, this is excellent news. Cool.
Fabulous. Thanks, Matt.
That's
Does
all.
mean
Thank
we'll have
you.
to get the bus, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Cheers, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Once we turn the corner, we'll be jumping for joy because we just sold for a ridiculous 4 times our investment. Are we just lucky or did we actually deserve it? Don't answer.